Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to master the Jupyter Lab autocompletion tool. Let's take a practical example to load a dataset with the Seaborn library. So if I want to import a library, I don't necessarily need to know the specific name of the library. I use the tab key and Jupyter Lab is suggesting the libraries that I can use. If I start typing Seaborn, you can see that it's shown there. If it's not shown, it's because you don't have the library installed. Now, I'm going to use a function of the Seaborn library. I do not need to know the exact name of the library of the function, but I can use the autocompletion tool, and I know that there is some function that loads some data. So I can search for data, and between these functions, I think that the function that loads the data is load dataset. So I autocomplete. I press now Shift Tab to get the documentation of the function to see how it works. And here it shows that the parameter, mandatory parameter, is name. The rest of the parameters are optional because they have an equal next to it. If I want to know the meaning of the function, I can watch the docstring, and it says that load an example dataset from the online repository. Where can I see this online repository? In the definition of the parameters, they say that name is a parameter to which I need to pass a string, an object string, which must be a name of the dataset in this website. For example, I could use MPG, which is a dataset for cars. So I click here, and then I tell name equals MPG. I execute, and there I have the dataset. Let's see if I can use another dataset that I can think of. For example, hello. There isn't. It's not one of the examples datasets, okay? And I don't need to know this. I can just check here, okay? So it's a very good habit to get used to the documentation of the functions and to see how they work. If I want to put the name of the column name as an index, I can check the documentation to see if there is a parameter. Let's try another example. I want to use pandas library to read a CSV. So pandas.csv, I see that the function is called read CSV. I execute. I ask for the parameters, file path or buffer, and then here I need to pass a URL, string, path. Okay, so I'm gonna go here, and then I'm gonna go to the raw file. This is a CSV file, so I can copy the URL and paste it here. And there I have my data frame again. If I want to use this column as the index, I can check the documentation to see if there is an option. I see here index call, which I think it's the correct answer. And there I see that has changed the column, the name column, to be the index of the data frame. And then here I can work with the data frame. For example, if I want to do a histogram and I think that this object can perform a histogram, I type dot tab hist, and there I have the histograms. If I want to do a descriptive analysis, I see here the function describe, and there I have it. it's pretty easy to use Python with autocompletion tool, because you can guess the name of the functions, or you can guess whatever you can do with the elements that you are using in Python. Otherwise, you can go to Google, but I think it's better at the beginning to try the autocompletion tool, because your cognitive process is more intense and you will later remember the concepts with more accuracy. So I hope you enjoyed this video and that you subscribe to the channel and give the thumbs up. Bye bye, and see you in another video.